hate this show.
No.
I'm here against my will.
Hi everyone, my name is Brendan Gannon and welcome back to Off the Shelf, the show where we play lower shelf games and we ask top shelf questions. Today, we're joined by our guest, Liz Miele, the talented author, cat enthusiast, and international touring comedian who has had spots on Comedy Central, Fox, Hulu, and many more. She lets people into her life by bringing a relentless energy and a perspective that is hilariously and uniquely her own. Liz, thank you so much for being here today.
I've never had cat enthusiast be before the way I make money. I love that.
Yeah.
My cats would be like, yeah, you're welcome.
We try to make sure the important stuff is
Yeah,
there
let them know.
Exactly.
Well, cat lover, sometimes tell jokes.
Yeah, exactly. Comedians love to control a room. So you're feeling in control right now. Do you understand how the show works?
Oh no, I don't need control.
Okay.
Honestly, you do it for an hour and you're like, I'm exhausted. I've worked so hard today. So I'm just here as a guest, doing my best.
Yep.
I make no promises. I think I just signed away my life rights.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's fine.
Well, we are very happy that you're here.
Yeah.
And just to clarify for our audience, Liz and I will be playing a game throughout the entirety of her interview. At the end, the loser will have to spin our wheel of fate that you can see here to determine what their penalty is for losing the game.
Oh, what is this? I didn't
fun.
read this email well enough. I messed up.
People usually don't.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
that's okay,
No,
though.
I've been scammed.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And just so you know, because you are the ultimate jokester, the game that we're playing today is called Don't Blow the Joker. Have you ever played?
No.
It's a lot of fun.
Okay.
So it'll be a good time.
All right. I'm also kind of dumb, so you might have to explain it a couple of times.
That is our job.
Okay,
That is our
great.
job.
I'm like, what do I do again?
Yeah. So, I know that you recently just moved from New York City to Los Angeles. Can you give us something that you're gonna miss the most about New York City and something that you're most excited to about LA?
Oh, that's a good question. My friends, bodega cats. I don't know, I love New York. I was never gonna leave. I shocked a lot of people when I said I was gonna leave. I still feel like I'm a New Yorker through and through. I loved my routines. I know it sounds crazy as somebody that's in a different city every week, but like, I kind of grew up there. Like, I started going there when I was 16. It just feels safe. So that's like one of the things I feel like I'm just gonna miss is this like sense of comfort. But I think I'm excited about, the sun, nature. My cats are thriving in LA. We've been there a month and I'm just like, oh yeah, like we leave the door open, they sit in front of the screen door. They met a dog named Potato the other day. Like, so I'm kind of excited to have this like, the windows are open and there's a breeze and everybody's really nice. Like it's, the amount of people that are nice and I have to remember that they're not trying to scam me is wild. I do believe that like you can only learn things about yourself when you put yourself in a situation you weren't in, right? And
then switching gears a little bit, both your parents were veterinarians. Do you consider yourself a Nepo animal lover or were you more self-made?
Whoa, what a question. Yeah, I guess I'm a Nepo animal lover.
Okay.
I think if I became a veterinarian and like, my parents had an animal hospital, I could have had a cushy life and inherited an animal hospital, and then I would have been like a Nepo baby in the vet world, where they're like, she didn't earn it, she inherited an animal hospital, all these tools she got from her parents. Like my mom owned a cat clinic that we lived next to, and I would come off the bus from elementary school, sit in the lobby and like play with kittens while my parents were working. So yeah, I'm definitely a Nepo animal lover. But I do think, for me, I get to talk to cat owners and we get to, in a safe space, talk about how much they suck from like a loving perspective.
Yeah.
Like I literally have a joke right now where I was like, I wanted to be clear, I love my cats, I'm never gonna get rid of them, they're ruining my life. They're the best thing that's ever happened to me. I am constantly cleaning up vomit. Like that's not my job. Why am I always cleaning up your vomit?
Exactly.
People see like a cat lover and they're like, oh, why do you hate dogs? And you're like, I never said I hated dogs.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that if somebody was like, you can have a cat for the rest of your life or a dog for the rest of your life, it's like, I'm gonna get a cat. Like, just so we're clear, again, I also have a joke about it. I have an automatic litter box, an automatic feeder, an automatic laser pointer. I have a robot vacuum cleaner that picks up their fur. Yeah. I'm not doing anything. Yeah. They're the easiest best friend to have. Yeah. You have to wake up at 6 a.m. and walk your dog? Gross, dude. Yeah. Gross. If my cat paws at me in the morning, food falls out of the sky for them.
And so with the game today, you think you're gonna be competitive or not at all?
As long as I don't have to do something I don't want to do.
That's fair.
Yeah, and I will
that is the
cheat.
take. Yeah.
I
You're not cheating,
I
you're
have
not
no
trying.
problem cheating.
Starting with an empty bottle, balance a deck of cards on its mouth, with the joker on the bottom. Players will then strategically blow cards off the deck, taking turns back and forth, and whichever player blows the joker off the bottle loses.
It seems like first is really easy, but like we'll see.
Okay.
Watch me lose immediately.
Yeah, no, you're all right.
You go first. What the f? I feel like.
Oh, clean? Nice.
Yes.
Okay. You kind of hooked me up. Oh. That was a heavy one.
You're welcome.
Oh. Made it stutter. Oh, that's a quick one.
You're welcome, everybody. This podcast is over.
It's done. I am a music guy when I travel. You do tons of traveling, whether internationally, whether in the States. What keeps you busy during all the downtime?
I do listen to music. I can't really listen to podcasts. It actually makes me tired for the most part. And then on the road, I like walking. Like, I'm a walker. I like to, I think that's one of the reasons I really liked running when I did it, is I would go to a new city and I would go for a run and I would just look around and then I would make notes of where I wanted to go to and see, like, I'll practice jokes in my head. Like, I kind of use any repetitive motion, whether it's driving or walking or running, to almost relax my brain a little bit and solve any kind of problem I might have.
Yeah, and you say your brain is always going. Is there any time it turns off, or it's just sleep and work?
Even sleeping, it wakes up and it's like, oh,
Idea.
did we forget to do something? Yeah, I think that's why I like working out and I like hard workouts. Like, I noticed when I ran, I would have to run, like, that's why I did long distance, is I would really have to run to the point where, like, I was having trouble breathing so that I would shut down. And CrossFit is so hard that I can't think of anything other than, all right, I gotta do 10 reps of this, I gotta do 12 reps of that. Like, I have to beat the shit out of myself to kind of shut down. I don't recommend it. I'm not saying it's what needs to be done, but I do have a hard time shutting down.
A tactic used by parents is ignoring their child when they're looking for attention. A tactic that you also use when dealing with hecklers at your shows. So I'm curious if you think the correlation between children and hecklers is an accurate one.
100%. Oh my God. I don't understand why you would pay money to listen to someone entertain you and then talk the whole time. In this day and age, a heckler in this day and age, I am so Googleable, it's insane that if you didn't do at least 10 minutes of Googling to find out if I'm the comedian for you, that's on you, dude. We all watch a trailer before we go to a movie, or we trust fall into a movie because somebody was like, you just gotta go. But that's on you. If you spend $25 and you didn't like the show, I don't know what to tell you. Yes, I'm sure some parenting comes into that, but it is a little bit like they want attention, and if you show them that you're not gonna take the bait, I think it does kind of shut a lot of people down. And then I've started to talk to them the way my therapist used to talk to me, and she's like, why do you think that behavior is something that you do? Why do you think that's a good idea? And it's funny, talking to drunk people sometimes, you're just like, what is your goal?
Right.
Really, what is your goal? Do you think you're gonna get up on stage? Do you think people are gonna be like, oh, I'm so glad this guy rescued us? What do you want?
You're obviously known for being a comic, but there are also so many things that make up your career, including being an author, you've been an interviewer, and you've also produced your own cartoon series. Are you okay with people labeling you as a comic?
Oh, that's all I've ever wanted to be. Yeah, I mean, if that's all people know me as, that's all. Truly, I've just wanted to be a comedian my whole life. And there's, I've been writing scripts, I've been writing books, I'm crafty, I make little, I like arts and crafts. I love glue. I love gluing things. But I think being funny and making someone's day even slightly better is all I've ever wanted. And I can tell that if I make a bank teller laugh, that feels the same as making 400 people in a room laugh. I genuinely, I'm like, I did that. It was so important, it changed my life as a teenager. I was such a sad teenager, and just someone telling a joke on TV would fix my day. That if I can do that, I get so many cool emails that are like, hey, I'm going through a bad thing and this is the first time I've laughed in 6 months. That's, obviously I hope they feel better, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's all I've ever wanted.
And I would assume New York is pretty well known for comedy itself. So I know you said you're struggling with like leaving a little bit, but do you identify New York as like being a comedy like hub, or it's like
there's nowhere else you should be?
Yeah.
Truly, if you want to be good at stand-up, it's New York. If you want to be the fastest runner, it probably would help you to train with like Usain Bolt, right? To chase, even if you never become as fast as him, just training with him, just chasing him is going to make you better. And there's so many good comedians, incredible comedians from every stage of comedy, from people that are, guys that are in their 60s now, to even just young people that are just so talented, that just being in a room with all these talented people makes you want to be better. So whatever room you get in, like they always say, you should be the worst person in every room you walk into, because it's going to force you to train harder and better. New York is saturated with so many good comedians, but I think the most important thing you can do when you start anything in any field is find your people. And so I have the same friends I have today are mostly the ones I met in the open mic scene or early in my career, because you find the people that are like, hey, that was really funny. You think so? Yeah. You know what I mean? And then and it's cool to see how successful we've all become. I mean, if you don't know Adrienne Appalucci or Carmen Lynch or Hari Kondabolu or Gina Brion's incredible. Like, there's so many amazing comedians that I started with that it's cool to see how we've taken different paths and blossomed in different ways. But I'm not gonna pretend I didn't work really hard and didn't have a competitive nature in the beginning, but it was a survival nature. And as you become more secure, hopefully, it's about making opportunities for yourself, but also the people around you.
Well, we're gonna get into our next round of our game here. You get it? Feeling better this time?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Oh, it's
awesome.
a bottle again?
Yeah, we're back
it's another
to a
bottle?
Yeah.
Jesus.
All right, here we go. All right.
All right, I'm gonna go first and try to be a big girl.
I got faith in you. At this point, I am rooting for you. Get off. Oh,
lose.
They're sticky.
No.
Uh-oh. Oh, no! You had the top one.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Oh, no.
I got too confident.
So, the names of your specials tend to directly relate to a joke within the material. Space Camp, Ghost of Academic Future, Murder Sheets. How do you decide which one ends up getting the billboard?
It feels like, if you think of each hour, it feels like there's an overarching theme, and I usually pick either a fun line or even like what the joke is on my set list as a way to kind of represent the hour as a whole. The title of the joke is the heart of the special itself. There's just like, it becomes a callback in some ways, even if it's thematic. But there's also this aspect of it of, I like art and I like the visualness of it, and I didn't want balls to be the visual aspect of that special, and I think Space Camp is more fun. So like even my merch is, oh, I don't have my hat with me. But my merch is my cat in space. You wanna throw me my hat? We'll do a little merch drop. Yeah, I don't just sell it, I wear it myself. But like, here's Lunchbox and he's in space, but the larger t-shirt is him in a washing machine. And I even joke on stage, I was like, somebody asked me, did you make merch after your cat's worst day? And I go, oh, I did make merch. But I think because I like the visual aspect of it, I love art, I love working with other artists. So I think the naming, the album cover, the trailer, the merch, I don't know, I find that stuff to be really fun and interesting, and I get really annoyed at, you see these posters for movies, and it's just 4 famous people that are like, and you're like, this is boring. I don't know anything about the movie other than George Clooney's in it. Like, this is stupid. So I think good advertising, whether it's the name of the special, the visuals of the album, or the merch, it's asking a question that the piece answers. So Space Camp, and then there's a picture of a cat. What?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What? And what I like about comedies, it has surprises. It's nothing what you think it's about. So I don't know. I really I like naming animals and I like naming specials.
At one point, you were thinking about getting a teaching degree in creative spelling.
Yeah.
So if all of your brothers and sisters took your class, who would fail and who would pass?
In spelling?
In creative spelling.
Oh my gosh. So
So
if it's creative spelling, my brother Sam is the most dyslexic.
Okay.
He would do amazing. He would get all A's. He's very funny. Even now, some of his text, like I'm pretty good at deciphering dyslexic text messages and bad spelling, but I'm like, Sam, did you have an aneurysm? What does this say, dude? So Sam, he's number 4 out of 5. Sam would definitely get an A. You know, my older sister is probably the least dyslexic, and I think I kind of say everybody's dyslexic, but I think Greg has a different learning disability. I think Greg would do the worst.
I know that you are also a certified Sky Princess. So because you are royalty, I'm going to name a couple things about flying, and I want you to tell me if they're royal treatment or not. Okay?
Ooh.
Biscoff cookies.
Oh, peasant food. What?
Just dog treats.
It's just dog treats. It's 100%. And like sometimes it'll be delayed for 4 hours and they're like, we have more cookies. You're like, it's the worst cookie. It's the worst cookie. Although if you're in Comfort Plus or in first class, they have it where it has like a filling in it, and that's slightly better.
Okay.
Like that is the Comfort Plus of cookies.
I would have never known that.
Yeah. You'll never know.
Yeah, never know. Chair reclining.
Oh, I mean, you're either in first class where it completely lays down, or you're like, my back hurts differently. Like, that's trash.
Okay, Liz. So we are now in our segment called What the Deck, where I am going to give you some ridiculous questions. No overthinking, we just want your gut reaction, okay? All right, here we go. Gymnastics is the hardest sport on earth.
Facts.
Sea turtle or panda?
I like cuddly things. Panda.
What is the sign language for the word blueberry? Pretty good. New Year's is overrated holiday.
It's the dumbest one.
I agree.
The dumbest one.
Would you rather live forever or reincarnate?
Reincarnate. And here's your panda.
Here's a panda. So there was a Reddit thread started a couple months ago titled Liz Miele is underrated.
Really?
Yes.
Fun.
And they say really nice.
I started it. She's the best around.
And they say really nice things about your work, but even more so about how nice of a person you are.
I want to find
So
this.
yeah, I'm curious if you think, 1, they're telling the truth, and 2, what's your belief when it comes to being nice?
These are onto something. No, that's very nice. Like, as somebody that suffers from depression, there's a lot of mental illness in my family. When I'm sad or angry or whatever, it definitely goes inward. It doesn't often go outward, right? Like I'm crazy on stage and blah, 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 blah. But a lot of that is fantasy, except for when I do have like real freakouts. And that's usually in a parking lot where I'm telling somebody to eat. But for the most part, if I'm really angry, it starts as like self-bullying, right? And then it's like you have to work through the process and da-da-da, and therapy has helped and what have you. But I think it's weird to get into an entertainment business or a business where you want to make people's day or make people laugh and be to them. Like that doesn't seem right. Because I'm simple, I try to be simply nice back. So a good example is a fan who's like a fan that I talk to that like, you know, says nice things all the time. He was like, hey, I see that you don't have Pittsburgh on your thing. I was supposed to go last year. I got really sick and I couldn't go. And I was like, hey, I don't know if I'm gonna make it to Pittsburgh this year. I'm sorry. I was like, send me your address. I'll send you some I'm sorry stickers. And I did. And because I like craftiness, I have all this like weird cat washi tape. I make these cards, like, you know, I get really into it because it's where I can use all this dumb stuff I buy on the road. And he was like, this is so cool. This is so cool. Thank you so much. Thank you for taking the time. Awesome. You know, I appreciate that somebody likes my work, that they made an effort to come out. He's somebody that's always sharing my stuff. And it's the least I can do to say, hey, you see me and I see you back. And if the only thing I want to bring is joy, how can I do that even in the smallest thing, which is sometimes being like, hey, that's so cool, thank you so much, right? Like even just responding to somebody could make somebody's day. I feel like I was raised to be a good person. I have a lot of people in my life that are also good people. And the people that I'm fans of, whether I know them personally or we're just in the same circle, they're my favorite people. I think Ted Alexandro, whether you know him or not, is one of the funniest, nicest people and has been a huge influence as a human. George Carlin is the funniest, nicest person. He had a huge influence. Ronnie Chang, I think, is one of the funniest, nicest people. He has a huge influence. So whether people started before me, after me, or whatever, if I see you're doing something and I go, oh, that's so cool, that's how I want to, like, how I feel about that person is how I want people to feel about me.
Not a lot of people have the ability to say that they started their career as a teenager. Are there any milestones that you'd love to share with teenager Liz?
Oh, wow. I mean, all I ever wanted to do was be like a real stand-up comedian and tour and make specials. And my career doesn't look the way, you know, the biggest fantasy I had looks, but in no way did I think I was gonna be here. And it's very cool. Even when I feel depressed about my career or stuck or whatever, I was just telling my buddy Brian, like, the thing that always resets me is nobody's gonna tell me I can't do my favorite thing. I have thousands of people that watch my stuff. I would like for millions of people to watch my stuff. But at the end of the day, if even 12 people watch my stuff, it's pretty cool, right? Like, I made a thing, people watched it, people liked it, right? And this is gonna sound sad, so nobody gets sad.
No.
I never imagined anybody would like me. So for people to like my brain and to like something I crafted is like a big deal.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
And people do. I like it. It's amazing.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
There's
awesome.
something wrong with you.
I love it.
Excuse me.
There it is.
I'm figuring out my tactics.
Yeah, we got a little movement now.
Yeah.
A little competition.
Yeah. Oh, look at me, I'm so good.
Maybe it's that side. Maybe it's
Yeah, it's the
other
side. Yeah. The wind, you know, the wind from this room.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
Okay. It's like breath Jenga. Like, it's so weird. No.
Oh, and 3, Liz.
I wanna go home.
Oh,
I hate this show.
no.
I'm here against my will.
All right, Liz, we have made it to the Wheel of Fate. Because you did unfortunately lose 3 rounds. You will have to spin our Wheel of Fate. So, what happens is you're gonna spin it. I'll tell you what the dare is.
Okay.
And then unfortunately, you are gonna have to do it. So.
All right. Are you ready?
Yep, whenever you are. Oh, light spin.
Quote.
Whoa.
Ooh, what's quote?
Quote is a motivational quote, but it's not motivational.
Well, honestly, ChatGPT was like, this is pretty good. This is gonna motivate the kids. You do not need clarity at this time. Clarity belongs to later, and later has not been scheduled. Remain where you are and allow the process to recognize you. Please send me thousands of dollars.
Great job, Liz.
Thank you.
So motivational.
Yes, thank you.
So, final question, last question of the day. If you could transform into anything, what would you be and why?
House cat.
House cat?
Yeah,
Just
it's
easy.
They live the best life.
Yeah.
They eat and sleep. That's all I've ever wanted to do. And they're so cute. I want to be that cute.
Would you stay with your own name, or are you picking your own name for your
Oh
own
no,
cat?
dude! I want the coolest name. Oh, the best cat name I ever saw. I'm gonna give it to the Meow Parlor, which is actually where I got my cats in New York City, and it was Unlimited Breadsticks.
Unlimited Breadsticks.
That's the
Little
best
Olive
cat
Garden?
name.
Yeah.
Best cat name I've ever heard.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, Liz Miele, thank you so much, and thank you so much to our audience for playing along with us today. Liz, I'm gonna let you look at that camera right behind me. Let the people know where they can find you and what else you might have coming up.
My new name is Unlimited Breadsticks. I'm touring. If you want to come see a live show, just go to lizmiele.com. My book, Why Cats Are Assholes, is wherever people buy books. My newest special is called Space Camp, but I have like 6 free specials on YouTube, which is also Liz Miele. I have a new monthly show that I kind of turned into a podcast called First Draft Feelings, where me and other comedians try out new material and then we workshop it in front of people and just tell weird stories. So that's on YouTube, and if you want to see a live show, I do it both in New York and LA.
Hey everyone, if you liked the show today, make sure you go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button for more off-the-shelf conversations. In addition, if you want to learn how to play the game that we played today, go ahead and use the link in our description.